Node.js now supports TypeScript natively without any flags as long as you only use erasable syntax. And what is erasable syntax? Well, you don't need to memorize it, as you can tell TypeScript to warn you if you use anything that Node will not be able to execute natively. As an example, before Node.js 23, if a type annotation exists within our code, for example, here we are annotating message to be of type string and try to execute it through Node, we get an error because Node.js, of course, does not understand type annotations. However, if you move over to Node.js 23 and above and execute the same code, it executes flawlessly. It will warn you that this feature is experimental, but over time this warning will go away. There is a limitation of this feature. It only supports type stripping and doesn't support features that require code generation. As an example, if you use an enum within TypeScript, which is something that doesn't exist natively within JavaScript and therefore would require code generation, and try to execute it through Node, Node will error out. And this is not the only syntax that exists within TypeScript that is not native to JavaScript. Another example would be namespaces. Fortunately, these aren't even features that TypeScript developers use anymore. However, it would be great if we would get an error from TypeScript instead of it erroring out at execution with Node.js. For this, there is a flag within TypeScript 5.8 and above, which is erasable syntax only, which we can enable within the compiler options of our tsconfig. Once this is enabled, you can see that now we are getting an error at compile time from TypeScript. That is, enum is not something that is supported in erasable syntax only. So we can fix our code at compile time. For example, the alternative that most developers use instead of enums is simply a literal string union. And now we don't get any error from TypeScript. And similarly, Node.js is happy to execute this code as well.